on my own. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Just stare 'cause the flames won't burn us.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm doing what if Deku had a Reaper quirk. And if you watch this video till the very end, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, and then while you're at it, United States of smash the bell icon to be notified when I post a new video. And make sure you do that because I'm planning on doing maybe a triple upload today, maybe even 5 uploads today, I don't really know. So make sure you have post notifications on so you know when I do that, or when I post those videos. So yeah, and let me go ahead and give you guys, tell you guys why I haven't been posting. If you haven't seen my last video that I posted, I kind of went into that a little bit. Well, basically, my hamster I got back not too long ago died, and then not too long after that, we got another hamster. And I'm going to be going on a fishing trip tomorrow, so if you guys might want to see a vlog of that, maybe. Then I'll sure to do that, and that's why I'm trying to do a triple upload, and because a guy that I accused of copying my video, if you guys want me to go in depth on that, then I will do a video on that, but he hit 500 subscribers not too long ago, and that kind of motivated me to get back into YouTube, because I was going to quit, but no, your boy stayed with you, and I will stay with you guys till you all unsubscribe from me, and don't do that, please don't do that. So yeah, and if enough gosh, I'm annoying, ain't I? This isn't scripted, so yeah. Gosh. Okay, so we're gonna start when Deku goes to the quirk doctor. So, the doctor's, asks Deku to show off his quirk. And Deku turns into this ghost reaper, thing. His skin is gone, his tissue is gone, his, eyes are gone. The only thing that's in there are, just black orbs with green dots in the middle of them. And, the quirk doctor's like, what the? They're kind of examining him, and then all of a sudden, a scythe appears in his hand. And he's like, so, is that 2 quirks, or is that a part of 1 quirk? And, he's just kind of walking around, and then he touches Deku. He touches him, and his hand goes right through him. But then his hand gets turned to bone. As soon as he pulls his hand out, his hand is just a bone. He can't move it. His hand is just a bone now. And the doctor screams in pain. And Deku's like, wait, what's happening? And then he turns back and falls to the ground, and he's like, what happened? What happened? And the doctor's like, this is a villainous quirk. We need to get rid of him at once. And, Inko's like, what? You need to get rid of him. He's probably the devil's child with this kind of quirk. And then some doctors come in and they sedate Deku. Because the doctor was so afraid of his quirk, so afraid of a 4-year-old's quirk, he called security and sedated Deku. Anko is furious by this. She is furious. She is screaming at the doctor, what are you doing? He wants to be a hero. Why would you ruin this for him? And then, the doctor's like, I want you to, sign this. It'll take him to a high security juvenile detention area. And the Inko's like, what? No! Why would I ever sign this? And the doctor's like, because your son has the devil's quirk. And Inko's like, no, he doesn't. A quirk is a quirk. It has nothing to do with that. And they're like, sign it. And with Inko not having anything to do, she starts crying, and then she signs it. Despite her not wanting to sign it, she had to sign it. She had no choice. And then they put Deku in an armored vehicle of sorts, and they drive him away to a high security juvenile detention area. Inko is just bawling her eyes out, like just bawling and bawling that she wants her son back. And the doctors are like, he's evil. He probably would have killed you. You're lucky we caught him at the right moment. And Inko's like, no, he is not evil. I am suing. And then she gets in her car and drives off. So now we're going to fast forward to Deku's point of view here. So Deku is he wakes up in the van and he's like, where am I? And then like five grown men with guns, they point their guns at Deku and say, shut up, you devil. And Deku's like, what did I do wrong? And the guards are like, you know what you did wrong. You were born, you witch. And Deku says, but, enough. And I called him witch because I don't know what a boy, what do they call boys that use, magic? I don't know. I'll just call him a witch. I'll just have him call him a witch. I don't know. But witches are. I don't know what they're called. So yeah, Deku is like starts bawling, but then one of the guards just smacks his, the thing that the part that normally goes under your shoulder, that piece of a gun, the guard hit him in the face with that part of the gun, knocking Deku out cold. So when Deku gets there, he's immediately put in a straitjacket and thrown into a cell with one other kid. His name is going to be Juvie. Why not? I'm going to call him Juvie. So Juvie is like, hi. And Deku's like still bawling his eyes out. And then Deku says, hi. And then Deku's like, hi. Where am I? And Juvie says, oh, you're in a high security juvenile detention area. They took me away when I was 4 years old. I'm going to say that, he's only 1 year older than Deku. And Deku's like, I'm 4 years old. You are? I'm 5 years old. What's your name? And I'm going to say Deku, but imagine I say Izuku because I just think it's easier to say Deku instead of Izuku. So, then Deku says Izuku. Okay, and this time I'll just say Izuku. Okay, so Deku stops crying. He's still really saddened that he lost his mom, but he's starting to calm down a little bit. And Juvie's like, don't worry, you'll have fun here. Sort of. They only give us certain kinds of toys because they're afraid that we might try and kill one of the guards with them. So we only got trucks, like toy trucks and all that. So then Juvie sits on the ground and starts playing with the trucks, and then Deku's like, how am I supposed to play? I have a straitjacket on. Here, I'll help you. And then he unbuckles the straitjacket. The guards see this and they bust down the door and they whip Juvie, and Juvie falls to the ground. hey, Mom. And they're like, you shouldn't have done that. And then they put the straitjacket back on. Deku starts bawling because, he just wants to have fun here, and he can't. So then the guards walk out. Sorry, where did I leave off? Okay, so then the guards left, and, Juvie is like bawling his eyes out from the pain of getting whipped. And, Deku is like so shocked that the guards here are like so mean and rude from just the first day here. He's already seen how evil this place really is. So now we're gonna fast forward like maybe 4 days. Juvie and Deku are friends, like they're best friends now. And then one of the guards comes in the room and says, alright, you can take off your straitjacket now. Oh, you probably need help. So then one more guard comes in the room and they take off Deku's straitjacket and they say, we'll be watching you guys 24/7. If we think that it's necessary, we will come in to punish you if you have done anything. So don't think about anything. And then Deku and Juvie say, yes, sir. And then the guards leave the room. Deku, finally being able to play, he starts playing with the trucks, and he's like so happy. He starts playing with the toys because he can finally use his arms again. So now Deku and Juvie are bonding even more because they're actually able to play together. We're going to fast forward like 4 years. Deku and Juvie are like brothers now. They've grown up together. They've grown up together, literally. Because now Deku is at least 10 years old. And Juvie's 11. So, the court date finally comes up, and the judge allows Deku and Juvie to leave the juvenile detention center. And Deku wants to visit his mom, but he was put in the witness protection program. Sorry about that. Nani! So then, Deku and Juvie are constantly together. They are what is it called? Inseparable? Whatever. They can't be separated. And so one day, Deku and Juvie are, walking to the homeless shelter they live in. Or maybe, should I have them in an adoption center or in a homeless center? Okay, they're walking back to the adoption center. So, they're walking, and then all of a sudden they're attacked by a villain. And, Deku gets knocked to the ground, and, he sees as Juvie attempts to protect him. But then the villain grabs Juvie by the head, lifts him up, and starts crushing his head. And then he slams Juvie straight into the ground. Juvie quickly gets up, in horrible pain. He gets up, but he wants to save Deku, because Deku is like a younger brother to Juvie. He's like a younger brother to Juvie. They've grown up together, and he wants to make sure that they keep growing up. And if you know what I mean by that, he doesn't want Deku to get hurt. That's what I mean there. So, Juvie runs at the villain, but then all of a sudden he feels a sharp pain in his stomach. And he notices the guy's hand went straight through his chest. And then the villain pulls his arm out of Juvy's chest and then punches Juvy into a wall. Deku, seeing this, like, his eyes start flickering. They just start flickering. Deku's arms turn to, like, bone. Deku's legs turn to bone. Deku's face turns to bone. Then all of a sudden, a scythe appears in Deku's hand, and the villain has a scythe right through the stomach. And then Deku slices the villain in half. The villain's upper half falls to the ground as the lower half falls to its knees. Deku walks, like, slowly floats over to the villain, and he's like, "Why would you do that? I'm going to make you pay for your sins." And he raises his arm, and the villain slowly feels his life draining away as his soul gets pulled straight into Deku's mouth. The villain is now dead. Deku de-transforms from his Reaper form and falls to the ground. He crawls over to Juvy and is like, "No, you have to survive. You have to survive. I'm sure heroes are on their way. I'm sure an ambulance is coming." And he looks around and sees no one's there. Maybe 5 minutes later, Juvy dies. No heroes came. No ambulances came. No police came. He's by himself. Till he hears a voice that says, "What happened here?" "Let me guess. No heroes came to save your friend. Or you." And then Deku says, "I acted out of self-defense. He killed my friend." And the voice says, "Don't worry. I can take care of you. You can become my disciple. You can meet my other disciple. His name is Tomura Shigaraki. Come, I'll show you to him. I'm sure you guys will become best friends." Deku, having no choice after just murdering someone, he goes with the man in a black suit. And then when they get there, One for All introduces himself. Or the man introduces himself and says his name is One for All. Deku says his name is Izuku Midoriya. And One for All asks what happened. And he's like, "If you don't mind, would you mind telling me what happened?" And then Deku is like, "Me and my friend were walking home and we're walking to the adoption site and a villain attacked us. He killed my friend and then I killed him. Luckily, his soul won't be going to heaven or hell. Eternal darkness is where it's going." And One for All is intrigued by this boy's quirk. Because, he saw what happened and only, afterwards introduced himself. So Deku is like, "What do I do?" And One for All says, "You can stay here. I don't mind adopting you." Deku smiles and he's so happy. The heroes didn't come to save him, but this man did. And so from this point on, Deku has been training with One for All and Tomura Shigaraki. Every day they would train non-stop. And I mean non-stop. They would train. So now we're gonna kind of skip to One for All No, all for one. Have I been saying one for all? I'm so sorry if I have. It's all for one. I really hope I haven't been saying one for all. Please tell me I haven't been calling him one for all. I hope I haven't been. So it's one for all. I'm sorry if I said all for one. No, one for all. No! All for one. Oh my gosh. It's all for one. Okay, so one day, we're going to skip to when all for one has this fight. So, Tomura and Deku are fighting. So let me go ahead and explain the fight here, what's going on. So, Deku is like kind of teleporting around, because I'm going to say his quirk can allow him to teleport. So Deku's just kind of teleporting all over the room. And then Deku grabs Tomura Shigaraki by the face, and then Tomura grabs Deku by the arm, but then his hands start getting burnt before he can even put all 5 fingers on Deku's hand, and then he's slammed into the ground. Deku grabs his scythe from beyond and tries to stab Tomura, but Tomura grabs the scythe and disintegrates it. But Deku makes another one and starts slashing at Tomura. And Tomura jumps over Deku, and Deku slashes. He slashes Tomura, and Tomura's like, ah, man, you're good. And then Tomura's like running around. Sorry about that. And then Deku starts punching Tomura, like punching and punching, because since you can't touch him or it'll like burn you, his punches burn people because he's touching them. So like his punches burn people. So he's punching Tomura, and Tomura is in agony right now because of it. And then with one dodge, Tomura goes in, and he is about to win when Deku dodges, uppercuts him, and then what's his name? Dang it. How could I forget his name? So then Kirogiri busts down the door, and he's like, guys, come to the bar right now! Look on the TV! Tomura is surprised by this, and so is Deku, so they run out of the room, and they see that All for One was defeated. And, they are like, what? How? And then Shigaraki and Deku are like, we have to go fight All Might. He's weakened. We have to kill him. But then Kirogiri's like, no. I will go and get the master, but you are to stay here at all times. The master has not yet found you guys ready to fight All Might. And this was his battle, and he lost fairly. I know you want to help him. I know he's a dad figure to you. But you must listen to him. It is not your time yet. So then Kirogiri goes and gets One for All. When he gets back, he's immediately put onto all these tubes, all these machines to keep him alive. And the doctor starts doing procedures on him to give him the power he needs to stay alive. Tomura, or Shigaraki, and Deku are just watching this, and they're like, what? What's going on? And when it's all done, they're allowed to go in, and One for All's like, I'm sorry you had to see that. And they're both like, no, how did you lose? First off. And One for All's like, it's just one loss. The game isn't over yet. You guys will soon come into the play. As some UA will soon be getting new people to join their clan. Pathetic. Ain't it? And that's where I'm going to leave it off here. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you hit the Detroit, smash the like button. And subscribe. And while you're at it, United States of, smash the bell icon to be notified when I post part 2 to this video or a different video. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. And if you guys want to watch some more of my videos, here is some new videos. And click on my icon right there. It should be like right up in that top corner. Click on that to subscribe. It should save you a lot of time. And if you are interested in the 2 videos on the screen, make sure you click on one. You might enjoy it. So yeah.